friends, it's Stephanie from Behind the Designs, and today I'm going to be bringing to you something creative, and you can kind of see there's a change. So as you know, this is my current planner. This is my narrow Adele setup for June, and of course we're going into July. You saw in my last video, and this is how things change, that I had a cover picked out for July, which was the wide lemonella. Then, if you remember correctly, I was looking for a holiday sticker for the 4th of July because although I kept saying it, I didn't realize next week is 4th of July. So I started looking through my stickers, and you probably remember the book I created. This thing, let me tell you, it works amazing. I'm so happy that I did this, and I may do more. But so when I went ahead, I looked through the stickers. I was just looking for something that had like a 4th of July or patriotic type theme. So I did come across these, and there was a sticker I used, and it did say 4th of July. And it kind of had like this ice cream, like red, white, and blue, but it's a very soft, almost watercolor. So I went ahead and put that in there. You know, I've had the planner sitting here waiting. I haven't quite finished it all because I was working on some other things, but I have yet another change. So let me push this aside because this is the June setup. It has, you know, the plan book, the journal, and then I also put in there, I think it was my garden journal. So that's all set. That's no problem there. But I did have, let me see if I can find the pages. So again, I hadn't set it up yet, but as I was going through pondering how I wanted to set it up, I decided to do something last minute. And it has given me a headache all day today figuring it out. I've got to figure it out. I think it'll be up for you on Saturday, which is when, sorry, I thought I felt a spider. You know me with the creepy crawly things. So anyhow, I've been working on it all day. I'm a little bit nuts in the head at this point. I'm just tired, but I wanted to get this done because this is for tomorrow. It is a creative page. It does involve these 2 pages. And as you know, we have 4 goals pages. Normally, you know, you have the option, you can do a page for each category. So personal, you know, work. I did once gardening, and then there was another one. So I've got all these pages I can work with, but I think I want to pare them down to just 2. And I'm going to use, I think, these 2. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to use them, but I'm going to show you how I'm setting it up. So let me stop babbling. Okay, so we're going to do that in July. I have, of course, a variety of washi tapes. None of these are planner perfect. I did look through mine, and I don't know if she ever had 4th of July ones, but I don't have any. I think during that month, I was always using up my past journals. So I just kind of pulled these out of my stock. So I'm going to have these as I fumble them. No lie. I've had more coffee than I should probably have in a day. I still have to finish what I'm going to be showing you. Yeah, so it's going to be a long day today. Today's Friday again. You'll see this on Saturday. So I did pull in my Tombow adhesive dots roller as well as the whiteout tape. And then, so here's what I'm doing. Here, let's even move this farther away. Then what I'm doing is for at least the first week, maybe 2 weeks, I'm going to be in Poppy. I wanted to pull out I have a journal tucked in here. We're going to talk about that. I love, 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 love Poppy. Poppy is a discontinued color. I believe now the color they have is ruby. There's a ruby and sangria. I've showed you sangria. That's a hot, hot, hot color. I'm telling you, it's amazing. But in terms of reds, I love them the deeper red they could be. That's just my perspective. So I wanted to pull out my Poppy Narrow. I did purchase this as well in Poppy Wide because I love it so much. It always makes an appearance at Christmas time. So don't be surprised if you see it again this year. But I just want to go like full on 4th of July, red, white, and blue. I love the colors together. To me, I've always really loved them. So that's what we're going to do. Enough babbling. So here I am. I've got my plan book. There is the journal to this, but I've decided not to use that journal because I wanted to use this. So see, I'm already losing my train of thought. Like, I am tired. So I wanted to, so I'm still going to have my plan book, but I think what I'm going to do is this. And the reason I'm going to do this is because obviously I need my plan book, but I can't see starting the journal when I already had one started. And it is for July. I'll show you my little cover page I did. So this is just a little paint sampling card. I have yet to get in here. So I just kind of have it post-it noted in there. But I just kind of did this some time ago. July is beachy, yes. But at least for the first week, it's 4th of July, and I need to plan for that. So let's see, is there anything else I can show you? Absolutely. So I also did this page. It is out on the blog. You can see the details behind it. I had a path with this. And let me see if I can show you. It does have personal information in it. Okay, so I stepped off so that I could block the information because, again, that's just personal information. So just on a side note, this is the journal to July. It's a gorgeous journal, but I decided to continue using one I've already started. So let me set that aside. Okay, so this was the beginning of the page, and the concept was I went over here, I did some decorating. Under here are the names, first, last. I used a block letter stamp to do each of the names. And so like this one I can fold up a bit. And, the service and the branch they, served in and so forth. And I did some decorations, some extra stamping. So that was a concept page that, just to keep that down, hidden, sorry. Just to keep it private. But this is the July journal that I want to continue with. So here's what I'm going to do. This is going to go in first. Now, I have not picked out if there were any journal cards. All right, so I will do that, but this is not what this video was supposed to be about. This video is about doing something creative. So let's see, should I finish this? Here, let me finish this. Okay, I do not have the journal cards, but this will have in it one of the 4th of July pattern pen gems. And I love it because it has this little barrel here. And look how cute this looks. I did switch out the ink for, it was a ballpoint, so I switched it out for gel ink because I do like the gel. And then I'll be closing this once I put this back in here. This will be all stuffed up. And then I had this cute little charm that I picked up on Etsy. I don't remember exactly where. I'll try, if I can find it, I'll link it. Or, mention that in the description box. But this will be at least for probably starting Saturday, tomorrow. Again, you'll see this Saturday. So this is all going to be my 4th of July setup through at least the 4th of July. So I'm going to set that aside and we're going to dive into this. All right. So let's take a deep breath. This day has been enough. Okay, let's stop talking about that. So let me bring in something for you to see. It's a new thing on the website. Okay. In the shop is this patriotic planning page. Now, if you sign up for the newsletter, you can get a printout that was created for the Happy Planner. And that's kind of where this was the starting point of. So that is free, not this. The Happy Planner page is free, but you have to sign up for the newsletter to get it. And so then I started working on this because, as you know, I'm in the Traveler's Notebook. So I went ahead and I created this new printable. It's available in the shop and it's super, super easy to work with. So what you're going to do, this will, when you get the printable, it doesn't show this because this is the headache I've been dealing with, but you will have little lines on the top of each of these. So it's basically corner markers for where you're going to cut. And where you're going to cut is on the inside of these lines. If you cut along the inside of the lines, again, follow straight down, you're going to get the perfect cut for a narrow Traveler's Notebook. Now remember, you can use a narrow in a wide. So that's why I started with the narrow, because you can make it work in narrow or wide. So if you're using both and you want to do them both, hey, by all means. So this is going to be in the shop, available for you. The corner brackets will be accurate when you get this, but I just wanted to show it to you in its printout form. Now you can print it out on regular paper. You can print it out on sticker paper. I chose to print it on, I used 24, this paper here, 24-pound bright white for inkjet, because that's my printer. So I love how it came out with the cute little bows, and I have everything I need. So here it is. I'm going to set that aside because I've already cut out my two. Now, here's the thing. Let's get that out of the way. Okay, so you can do this one of two ways. You can make, because I gave you a cover page, you can make this your cover page so that when you flip it, you then have your planning page and then any pages after it. So if you put it in your journal, you can use this for 4th of July planning in your journal straight up. You already have a cover page, planning page, memory pages after it. If you want to use it in this format, you can use it as well. Cover page, flip the page, you have your planning page. And then these could be your 2 goals pages. Totally up to you. I think because I like to keep my goal pages together, so my goals for the month, I really only have, I do everything that's personal. So when it's gardening, it's personal. All those things on one page, all my business on the other. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, or you know what? I forgot. Oh no, because it starts here. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my 2 pages here. So I can see them in all their prettiness. So here's what I'm going to do. To get started, I am just going to shut up and start doing what I got to do. And that begins with covering this up because some of it will show through. Again, that's just the printer paper I'm using. I don't think I need to really do that. Let's see. It's not terrible. I may give it a little workup. And let's do this because I am in desperate need to plan this holiday. I am behind. So let me just give the big flower something because did I run out? I couldn't have run out. I just opened this. but it's becoming quite the mess. Okay, let's do this. And let's get this one. Just something, just a little extra for keeping that from shining through. Okay. So we've got these 2 pages, and this one, I'm going to start with this one. Now, here's what you can do if you want. Totally up to you. Here's some suggestions. You can, again, find some washi that you like that goes with it. This kind of has like a watercolor vibe almost. So you could do a couple things. You can, if you don't like the border to show through, you can give your page a bit of watercolor border. You can give your page a bit of washi. So if you want something around the edges, you can absolutely fill that in. Now I have stripes and I've got some stars. And isn't this cute? Look at this cute little gnome. So adorable. I just haven't really decided if I want to put anything behind it. So you know what? I'm not going to put anything on it right now. So what I'm going to do is tack it down. So here we go. First one. So just give your page some, and you can use this roller adhesive. You can use double-sided sticky tape, whichever your preference is. You can use glue stick. Brain's not functioning. It is the end of the day, but I'm still working. Okay. And then I didn't probably need that much, but that's how much I gave it. So I am going to put this down. The nice thing about using this is it is removable. So if, it doesn't go on right, you can kind of pull it up kind of quickly. So let me see if I can't. I'm trying to measure before actually even putting it near the page. Because once it's down, I don't want to pull it up. That worked out nicely. And then what's nice is I can put, again, if you use it as a cover page and flip it over, you can put the year, the family, whatever you're going to, however you're planning for the holiday. And I'm going to write a few things in here since I think I want to do that before I tack it down, just to kind of give you an idea. So look at this. I haven't even used this yet. So let's pull this off. Okay, so when are we looking at? That's the 4th. Friday, perfect. Okay, so the date is going to be, let me make sure this is working before I go in. Okay, I just didn't want to start writing with it and then it didn't work. So we're looking at 6, oh no, oh gosh, don't do that. This is not erasable. So we have 7. Okay, I don't know the time just yet. So interestingly, so when you get refills for these pens, you can get 05, I think. I know you can get 07. I think you can get 05. This is a 04, which is what I'm used to with my Friction. And I really like the 04. It's just my preference. So we know okay, and then I won't, of course, put any names down yet. So I am going to get this tacked in there. I'm making sure this, there it is. All right. I want to make sure it's dry before I go and stick it in there. Oh, let me check something. All right. I was just checking something before I went ahead and stuck it down. So let's get some tape on here. And the only reason that I do a long strip like that and not just, you know, the dot, dot, dot is because this is a heavier paper. So I want to make sure that it sticks. So this is just me making sure that it adheres. So that's the only reason I use up as much tape as I do. Normally you can just do, you know, a couple dots and dashes. I don't do too much on this because I am planning on filling it in even more. Okay, here we go. So now comes the hard part because this page is on a bend. Well, here's praying it's straight. Okay. So this is basically creating a tip-in for your planner, especially if you're using a traveler's notebook. So I now have my 2 spaces, I have my month, I have spots for goals, and then I go right into my planning pages, and then I have my weeks and it goes into the month. Now, I don't think, let's see where, here's there. Like these little ice creams were cute. I don't know if I'm going to put anything on there though. I think what I'll do is my goals pages, instead of using the washi that came in the kit, I think I'm going to use more of a red, white, and blue kind of vibe for my goals. So again, this will be personal, business, and then I've got my planning pages. So I may put some washi around here. I haven't decided, but it's stuck in there. It's not going anywhere. I'm good to go. So let's get it back in my journal, or my cover, I should say, not my journal. And the nice thing is I have this washi over here that I think I'm going to put on a washi card so that I can pop it in here as well, so that I have it handy. Now, because this one doesn't exactly have a patriotic theme to it, which is kind of the reason why I'm doing this setup, I am going to put this book first. Did I just do that? I did. Hold. The strings got stuck on the wrong side. Okay, there we go. Okay, and it's just fun because it has this little string hanging out. So now what I'll do is I'll finish any memory keeping for the month of July in this existing journal that I have. It's the same, it's blank, and it's just as because I've already started it. I didn't label it by a year, so it's good to go. And then I have my patriotic pen. I'm all set up with my planning page that I can now fill in. And there she is. And now I'm ready to rock and roll. This will be my setup for at least the first part of July. So as I said, I think I'm going to change over to it this weekend. And then I'm going to maybe move back in Lemonella. We'll see. Another thing kind of struck me and I thought, oh, maybe I'll do that too. So here we are. So current, 4th of July, patriotic. I have the whole cute setup going on, and I used my planner printable that has given me quite the headache. But I love how it looks in here, right? Doesn't it look adorable? Where is it? There it is. Yeah, I love how that came out. And it's now starting to pour, so hopefully I won't have any issues with this. So here you go. This is now my 4th of July setup, which I will be taking into the coming week. So I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And if you like this video, I hope you hit that like button. And if you want to see more of my videos, just hit that subscribe button as well as the bell icon. And that is it for today.